Welcome back to the Age of Empires 4 action, folks. The competitive AoE 4 action. We've got a $1,000 tournament here. The Fields of Blood, hosted by the wonderful Clearman from the Vietnamese community, and featuring a bunch of prominent names across the globe. But for today, what I have for you is a Chinese hoedown. That is right, Liu Tao, a full Chinese stack, versus basically Team Elephant Boys. This is CSO, Louis, and a few others. The official name is Ting Mao Ged. I don't know what that means because I'm an ignorant English pig, but a pretty stacked team nonetheless. 3 of these 4 names are known quantities. Scarlet Devil, a guy who's regularly in the top 100. We've just been in the fast forward to get live here. We're going to slow things down a little bit now. We've got CSO, who we all know and have come to love, and Louis MT, of course, the absolute king of China right now. I wouldn't write off the West Side team, though, folks. These guys have actually impressed me. We watched Ling Tao yesterday, and they were a force to be reckoned with. So what I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to set predictions for you guys. We'll have who will win left or right. 2 minutes to predict. So yeah, Ling Tao are a really organized squad. But this time around, like, I wouldn't discredit the 1v1 known players. We've got Louis, we've got CSO. These guys actually play together. They scrim together regularly. I'm expecting them to be playing together for the 2v2 tournament upcoming soon as well. So definitely someone that's on my radar. Scarlet Devil, I don't know if he's been playing their stacks regularly, but I do know that Louis and CSO tend to have more 4v4 games than most competitive 1v1 players in the game. Right? They're Baltoon levels of commitment. So this should be a fun one nonetheless. We have got double French. I love this strategy. We talked the other day about how good this is, especially with Japan as well. Like, overall, you've actually got double aggro and double greed in a really cool way. You're going to have triple Cav Civ and then 1 playing for relics. On the other side, we have got a mirroring in ways, but the English might be the outlier. I'm still not convinced of English in these formats. I think it needs a little bit too much time against what the East Side team has drafted. But on the flip side, Liu Tao did get the Abbasids, and this Civ is absurd in team games. A lot of the teams in this $1,000 tournament have in fact been banning it with the only ban. They rate it that highly. For good reason, right? Like, you just get this eco wing, you play free TC, it feels the freest thing in the world, and then you follow up with Camel Archer spam. Camels which will make you compete and age behind even when everyone else is rushing age free. So I wonder if they're going to try to hone in on that. CSO's already circling alongside... Wait, is he on his own? Yeah, Scarlet Devil's just gone north side. He's going all in aggro here. So HRE on HRE feudal. Okay, this is cool. Like, there's actually some really cool dynamics here. On the south side as well, because we have got a Yumi strategy up against the English. Okay, this game is already feeling like it's going to deliver. I thought this was going to be a fast castle race from both the HRE players, but instead, it is going to be a prolonged feudal engagement. And Yumi versus Longbow is pretty cool here. Early game, Longbows will annihilate you, but if you're able to scale the Yumi count, you can run and gun, right? So Liu Tao's QF should never be able to come out. Yellow should have to stay in his base, because the issue is the difference in movement speed. 1.12 versus 1.38. HRE are known to dunk on English in the prolonged feudal because you just kind of mass archers and go, right? This is a little bit like that, because similar to those guys, you have got essentially marching drills for your archers. English pigs are ignorant. They don't say hi. They're too busy maximizing their APM into building a TC. Don't judge us. Night fight coming in. Nice pincher there from Dakin. Reinforcements on the way from Louis. Backstab might be able to save him just in the nick of time. And we'll be able to pick 1 or 2 of these knights by the looks of it. Final strike should be there. Nice switch over last second. So on-point micro from Louis. Really important to get these early kills for CSO. He's playing a very dangerous game. A lot of players wouldn't risk playing Jeanne this far forward, rather, against Cav Civs. But it's a smart read. And if you guys ever find yourself in a team game where you have got French and Jeanne, this is the way you should be playing Jeanne. If you're outnumbered by Cav Civs, don't play aggressive. But if you have cavalry advantage, get up in their face. Double reason, right? Like, they can't snipe you if you have the number advantage, and because it's Cav on Cav, if you get any kills, they're worth so much. On north side, the Rams are starting to dent the base a little bit, but E-Repairs is slowing things down. Do we have any fast castler here? Yeah, the Abbasids, which is kind of weird. I guess he was the only one who could. Like, that's the weird thing about this. Typically, Abbasids, when we've been seeing them, they play a longer feudal age and mass camel archers, so they feel really good. But if you think about the state of everyone else's bases, right? Jeanne's been pinned in. She's also not going to benefit from a castle rush. The English are being harassed by the Japanese, so they can't fast castle. And the HRE player is locked into an HRE feudal mirror. So really, there's only one player for purple that could rush an age up. Meanwhile, for the east side team, Yuyi looks to be the one. I think he's done spamming Yumi now, so happy and content with the amount of lombos he forced. It's now going to be a transition, likely going to be seeing him go into knights, but I also like the idea of just continuing to spam archers with a Yorishiro drop, and then dropping, after dropping the Yorishiro in the archery range, just dropping a stables to gradually build a few knights. And no, this is free TC, folks. You're playing Eco Wing, you're definitely going free TC on a team game. There's really no way someone can punish you quick enough. Yumi engagement coming out. Ooh, that's interesting, actually. QF didn't get the extra damage, he only got the undermesh. But with the Yumi Bannerman there, it means Yuyi can actually contest him. Interesting as well, because he didn't go for the undermesh either. Flowing Gate is now going to be on the way for green, though. And it is a forward-facing one, so I'm starting to wonder if it is going to be on the archer ranges after all. A little bit surprised by that placement, but I guess it's because he's done with the berries. Mostly. North side. Looks like we're going deeper. Scarlet Devil is shuffling to a new base here. Oh, this is sick. It's actually a Camel Rider strat coming out from PBB, but taking out these stables early is a huge deal. Remember, it takes a very long time to produce out of these. So pretty much what you're doing is you're eliminating the potential of the Castle Age player, and that's important because they did go double cav. Heavy cav at that. And they might be adding in the third soon. So even though this build is a bit weird from PvP, it wholly makes sense for the fact that he could potentially counter 3 of the 4 enemy players. Pressure coming in though, and I'm surprised by this. They dive onto the primary TC. Oh my god. Teal needs to come and help. The problem is he's only got mass archers, and because CSO just showed up with the knights, you can't afford to dive there. You just die to it. Now, the good news for purple is he does have 2 more TCs. The bad news is those have substantially less health than this one. And if they're able to get through the primary this quickly, what does that say for the rest of your base? Villagers have to run for their life, but there's no quick place to run to here. Even with the wheelbarrow, it doesn't feel fast enough. More knights arriving as well as Louis joins in the party. The Camel Riders are trying to contest against this, but the quantity is not that high. Finally, the HRE does arrive, so Teal has to come in to defend, but now the Rams have already found their way to the secondary TCs. Jeanne, in the meantime, is going to get sniped. Dakin now turning up. Everybody is in the base of purple. Oh my god. Another TC goes down. Villagers being massacred. Archers still being protected. The Camel Riders need to come in fast here. The Rams, they've just got one more TC they need to get through. Love this with the archers as well. Just focus fire on the Camel Riders, the thing that could actually counter out these French Knights, which have jumped on top of the HRE archers. This game is crazy. And this is only game 1. Rams are already in. Villagers have been pulled, but guys, there's no stopping this. I mean, that one Ram is kind of making it harder. But outside that, this is going to be all TCs dead for purple. In a game where he's going to be locked on 50 villagers with Eco Wing. Oh my god. Dude, Scarlet Devil is a beast. I'm just flat out going to say it. What a unique way to play HRE in a team format. He pretty much pressured onto Teal until Teal gave up. And the moment that Teal gave up trying to contest him, he buggers off to another base, almost like he's playing a Night Sith. And it makes sense, right? Like HRE 1.38 movement speed, you can do this. Meanwhile, south side, Yuyi isn't playing for the upgraded Yumi yet. It is just going to be the Mountain Samurai. They're being queued up now. Yellow is on his own, locked into the age, though. He's trying to stockpile now for the White Tower. And guys, this has to be a White Tower. If they go for a King's Palace, they are dead to this push from the Japanese. Oh my god, though. Purple. He needs so much time to reboom the TCs now. And Yellow makes the right call. White Tower now on the way on the gold. Yeah, it looks like Blue actually got raided quite a bit and still is in this area. Funnily enough, though, he came looking for Blue's economy. Louis is going to find the fragments of PBBs. Several more villages going down, and the game is getting ugly fast for Liu Tao. Dive also coming in. The White Tower is going to go up. However, the positioning of this, it protects your gold, it protects part of your farms. I guess the outpost count is too high. I wonder if Yi just goes ahead and builds some rams to take this out. Like, try and 5 ram spam. It also... Okay, hear me out. You don't even bother with QF. You bypass him and kill the other 3 players. Because here's the thing. Camel Rider spam is going to play aggressive. HRE Marching Drills, aggressive. French Knights, aggressive. English, you can just build longbows and men-at-arms. This is another reason why I've said I'm not like the biggest fan, rather, of English in team games. English in team games feels like you're a solo player who came to play teams. Do you get what I mean? Like, you've got all these dynamic forces, they're moving around the map, they're assisting each other, and then there's this. Hi, I'm England, right? Like, you just kind of stay there. If the fight doesn't revolve around you, you're never in it. Aye. Double Royal Institute now coming. All players going up to age 3 on the east side team. This almost feels like too much. PBB, somehow, by some miracle, still getting some Camel Riders out, but he's now down to 26 eco. And all forces are converging on his location. There's no way he's going to be able to hold this. In the meantime, dives are coming in. HRE is also hemorrhaging villages. And the Ram Shuffle begins anew. Scarlet Devil may have aged up, but he hasn't forgotten his roots here. These Yuumi, man, they are great at massacring the Camel Riders. With this extra movement speed, they're easily able to gap close. Several more camels going down. PBB's ability to resist quickly shriveling up. Jeanne must be close. Yeah, okay. 140 XP, you could get that on this next dive. Need to be a little bit careful with the Archer Mass, but considering that Lao Tang is stuck in age 2, he has no answer to these men-at-arms that are now diving his base. And look at what they've done, exactly what we talked about. England doesn't matter. We don't know how to fight across the globe. We gave up and ran back to an island. We've been chilling here for years. And you really need to run around the globe on this map. With the knights from all these civs, it's impossible to maintain pace. Impossible to maintain existence. Lao Tang now down to 33. All of them about to be reduced to pre-30 villager count at 70 minutes in the game. The only one who's going to survive it, at least for now, is going to be Yellow. Looks like Yellow is finally starting to arrive, but it's a trickle of troops, right? It's not a crazy army to impress. Yeah, Scarlet Devil was on point in this game, man. This guy is spooky. I mean, we've seen him in the top 100 multiple seasons, right? We've seen the talent this player has. And we especially are getting to witness it in team settings. Torches out again. They're not done. They want another primary TC here. Scarlet Devil, could he take out 2 players home TC? That's kind of crazy with Rams. Getting more and more feasible here. E-Repairs is still on cooldown. CSO and Scarlet do have enough torch power, so it's going to be another town center down. And folks, these take ages to repair. Looks like Purple finally got his back up. But he's down to 27 villages. Lao Tang is down to 9! Exactly what this German is going to be screaming right now. This is done, man. Like, if you're missing a player to this extreme, how do you recover? You can try to be as positive as you want, but it just doesn't feel possible in this circumstance. 125 eco to double that. Got to give it to him, man. East side team turned up and impressed. I hope West Side's able to get it together. You know how I feel, guys. I always want a full Flourish series. No 2-0, please. Give me the 3 games. But this first one has been absolute annihilation by Louis, CSO, Scarlet Devil, and Yuyi. Let me know what you think about this, guys. I mean, we're used to seeing HRE booming because all the Westerners like to go for that fast castle build, but the Eastern teams, they seem fixated on this all-in feudal, and I gotta say, I'm bloody impressed.